from humble beginnings to learning from your failures to becoming a great success. What is your success story? Chip Baker, The Success Chronicles. What's your definition of success?
I'm Greg Robinson, and I got the privilege to interview Chip Baker for his Success Chronicles. Kind of turning the tables a little bit.
Yeah.
Very honored, to be doing so. I guess kind of give the folks a little bit of background, I guess on our relationship and on how we met, and we'll kind of go from there.
All right, man. First, it's a little different being on the flip side of it. I had a lot of requests of people asking me, hey, well, when are you gonna interview? Get somebody to interview you, And a couple of times you hear me, hey man, I need to interview you, And so I'm thankful that my man Coach Rob is doing that for me. And it's crazy, we were talking about. Again, I always on the flip side, and I'm the one asking the question, and I never really just process, all of those things for me. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
But how we met, I worked at Conroe High School, and Coach Walker and his staff came in, and Coach Rob was a part of that staff, and just hit it off, right off the bat. Heard a lot of great things about him, and what everybody said was true. Just a great guy, loves kids, hard worker, humble dude, does things the right way, and like to have fun. They didn't say like to talk trash too, but I figured that one out quick. No, competitor. But it was a pleasure. It was my pleasure to be able to work with you guys on that staff. Great men that do amazing things for kids. And so I was very thankful to have the opportunity to work with you guys.
Well, I'm very thankful for the relationship that budded.
Yeah.
I know, everybody has a certain, friend that's distinct, and there's some underlying jokes or some inside jokes, and Chip Baker here, I'm telling you, we got a roll of them that I'll be thinking about him, and I'll just bust out laughing, and it's all in goodness. I'll be going through a time, and it's hilarious, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, it's good to have that, and like you said, certain things you think about, and like that boy.
Yeah. I just want you to notice that the table, there's no folder here. I'll let Chip tell you about that, okay? From those that take it way back.
Oh,
just
man.
get them laughing. So,
boy.
Well, I know there's a lot to you. You're from what I know, you're very diverse and humble, and you're just an all around. If you have that somebody that's just a good dude inside and out, that's Chip Baker, and I think we're about to get a sweet treat here and kind of tell us where you come from, man, and a little bit of your background. Love to hear that a little bit. There's not a little bit of that. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for the kind words. I've been blessed to been raised by some good folks that taught me the right way, and have been around a lot of amazing people that have shown me the right way. And I'm thankful that God has allowed me to be humble and learn those lessons and take those in and use them the right way to benefit others. That to me, that's really what it's all about. But I was born in Dallas, Texas. My parents separated when I was 5, and then we moved to my mother's hometown, which is Hearn, Texas, and that's where I was raised. Small town. At the time it was about 3,000, 3,500 people there, so give or take. I think we got to about 5,000, something like that. But single parent mom, 4th generation teacher. I am now. I'm kind of fast forwarding, but then I'll go back. But great grandmother was a teacher. Grandmother was a teacher. Mom was a teacher. So my mom was a teacher there in Hearn, and did some great things growing up. We were in the church. If the church was open, we were there. In that thing. But she's a musician at our church, and also my grandmother as well. So that's in our blood as well. So I was involved in a lot of things. Church wise. Played the little league sports, basketball, baseball, did those things. Then in high school, I was blessed to play 4 sports for 4 years. Got an opportunity to play college football at West Texas A&M, go to school there. So that was a pretty good deal. I was thankful for the opportunity to be able to, go out and see other things and get out of the box that I was in. Mm-hmm. Of course I had seen some things, with my folks being in education and those, but, personally on my own, I got to go get it. That was my first opportunity to just go out and learn and adventure and see things. And, again, I was blessed to be there at West Texas A&M around some great people too, teammates that I'm still, great friends with, like brothers, family, great coaches, a lot of good teachers there. I graduated from West Texas A&M, got my Bachelor of Science there, and I got my first job in Conroe ISD. Mm-hmm. And that was at Peak Junior High. I was there for a year. It's when they opened the Washington Junior High back up as a junior high. Mm-hmm. So I had the privilege of going over there to open that up, and that was cool. Then from there I went to Oak Ridge High School. Was there not even a year. That year we went to the semifinals. Our head coach then got the head job at Conroe High School. Then that's why I was over at Conroe High. So I was there for 12 years. Had a great career around some great people there. Then I got an opportunity to go back to my hometown, be the athletic director and head football coach there, and that was a blessing. It's nothing better than, growing up in a place and learning things from amazing people, and then going off and learning your own thing, and then being able to come back and help.
Right.
Those same people that helped you, and so that was a good experience. Then from there, I got an opportunity to come back to Conroe ISD, and so now I'm currently at Oak Ridge High School, where I teach and coach there. So I don't know if that was.
That was good.
That was good. That was all right.
Yeah, and I'm sure that some people that are watching this and people you've interviewed, know you, so they have a little bit of pieces of, somewhere along the line of your life have known where you come from and know some things. But to hear from scratch is good. All right. I think we've exchanged some texts and some communications on some questions here, and the dying question, I'm sure that me and the audience is wanting to know, the $1 million question is, What's behind this vehicle of success, man? That's what's in your heart to keep grinding every day, to drive, to find out what are some of the keys to success from everybody. I mean, you're relentless, man. I'm watching. I try to keep up, and if I don't, I tell you, I put myself to sleep watching different interview people,
yeah.
and I learn something from everyone, whether I know them or not. And it's amazing. But what drives this? What's behind this?
A couple things. I think.
Shout out.
Yeah. I think a couple things, man. First of all, when you talk about success, there's a lot of factors that are involved. And me growing up, like I said, single parent mom, things were not always easy for us. So the initial drive, it kind of started there, like going through hardships, seeing things that, experiencing things that, hey, I don't want to experience this ever again, those kind of things. And so I've always been fascinated with what people do to be successful, because I just want to be successful, And so from there, just like anything, when you learn, you see, watch people, check it out. Okay, oh yeah, how they do that, and so as I got older, just got more intriguing. When I got into college, I really started reading biographies, autobiographies. I love music, so just different music things. Tracing people how moguls and Russell Simmons. People that have done some, make Quincy Jones. Those kind of people. I started kind of checking out what they do with coaches. Tony Dungy. And so Lou Holtz. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I really got interested in those things, and I didn't really say much about it to people, but I just observed and took those things in. And so, as I got into my career, I was around some great people that, like, man, I'm doing the same thing with those people that I work with every day.
Right.
And those people that I work with every day that I'm really blessed to work with, like, they got some great stories that nobody really knows, and so this is just my opportunity to give back and show appreciation for those people that I truly am impressed by, those people that I'm truly intrigued by how they've gotten to success, and really, that's kind of where it is, and I'm just a sponge, just hungry to learn, and anybody that I can talk to learn something from, I think that it'll help inspire people and motivate. And so that's kind of where it all comes from.
I know through some of watching the Chronicles, there's some people that I know, and it's interesting to hear, what helped them overcome some adversities they may have.
Yeah.
It helped me further, expand, what I thought of success. After watching, you read the dictionary, what success is,
right.
And then you listen to somebody, and then you just created another wrinkle of I didn't think about that, and I think it's cool, because I think everybody can take a little piece of it and use it for them, for their life, for their family, for their work and stuff.
And like you said too, like everybody's definition of success is different. You can look in the dictionary, like you said, it's okay, it has this in the dictionary, but it goes back to, where you are, you feel personally you are in your life, and, what are some of the things that you're trying to get to have growth in your life. And so it could be little successes leading to a big success.
Yeah.
It can be whatever is important to you. And I think that's been the really cool thing, how people have. I've been amazed at how many definitions of success, I've come across, and so, how people view it and how they look at it. So, man, it's been awesome. It's been cool.
So, as I talk to you about this, because I know that there's a wide range of people at hearts that you touch, and I certainly want to excuse anybody that may be missed, but
Right.
I know you've done a lot of Success Chronicles. What are some top moments or some top aha moments that come that's like, I'm put you on the spot a little bit because you ain't prepared this. Where's your folder at?
Yeah, I don't have the
I
folder.
ain't prepared this.
I'm not ready.
I guess just some things that kind of struck you like, wow, I never thought about it like that. That you'd heard from or heard.
Well, I think one thing, and me personally, this has worked with me, but I think it helped me realize that there's, a lot of people go through the same things, but I think everybody goes through pain and things that they have to learn from, and in doing this, it made it more relevant that it doesn't matter like where you come from, it doesn't matter, how you were raised, it doesn't matter if you were raised, rich or don't, whatever, needy, it doesn't matter, but everybody has a struggle or something that they've had to deal with and is gonna have to overcome it. And so I think that was the big thing right off the bat, because there were some people that I've interviewed that, I knew, I think, they've had a pretty good life, 2 parents, house, yada yada, and really that's not the most important, but, we see a picture of what we think things are supposed to look like, but really we don't know that within that picture, behind those doors, it's some hurt, man. It's some pain, and there's a lot of things that, I operated off of pain, too, that I've been through some things that hurt. I don't want to see mama struggle, just those kind of things that like everybody goes through pain or hurt or struggle that you have to overcome, and then when you overcome that, that's when you have that growth, and that's when you get on that road of like, hey, the more of those things that you do, the more you see, hey, I can get through this. Hey, bring it on, let's go. I can get through this. Let's go. And so I think that's been the big thing for me.
Okay. So it's funny that I asked that and you answered that, because I had we were again communicating over what question to ask. Man, I think the folks want to hear it a little bit, man. What are some obstacles, some big time obstacles you've had to overcome in your life? Because I know the Success Chronicles weren't always here, although all the while it's been driving you.
Yeah.
You ain't perfect.
No.
I'm not perfect.
No.
I'd love to hear some trials or some tribulations. I want to dig a little bit.
Okay. Well, first, I know this isn't grammatically correct and everything, but just like you said, no, I ain't perfect. Ain't.
Let the folks know you're real.
Yeah, that's real talk, baby. I ain't perfect. I think the way we get through things is by understanding that when we realize, hey, we're not perfect. God made us all a certain way. But we're not perfect. And at the end of the day, we may think we have the plan for things, but really He has the plan, and He'll lead our lives. And the sooner we can understand that we're not perfect, and put your trust in the big man, because He'll guide you the right way. You got to do your part. You've got to work hard. You've got to learn. You've got to treat people right. You've got to do things the right way. All of those things you've got to do to help yourself achieve that. You got to do that. But as far as me, I really don't live a life of believing in regrets and all of that stuff. I believe in things happen. The more that you can prepare before things happen, the better off you'll be. But you got to be able to adjust. You learn, that in football. Life is full of adjustments, man. You can make a plan, but things will never go the way you want them to go. So you got to be able to, have your plan, but also be able to adjust and be flexible and do those things. So, growing up, just like I said, a big thing, single parent mom, that was tough. A lot of things a lot of people don't know, that we went through. But I can tell you this, a mother that worked her butt off for us, people around us that loved us, that really genuinely took care of us because of the love and the type of person my mom was. You know, I can remember, and I'll tell this story. Growing up, my mom was big into giving your service, and my family really. You know, but my mom, you know, you got to give your service to others, help others out. And I can remember, you know, my mom coordinating a Thanksgiving deal where we would go to families and, you know, pray for them and give them food, you know, and then we would come home and it's really not much in our pantry or our fridge, you know. And so, you know, I'm like, you know, just giving your service. And, you know, I think, you know, when you do things for others and you help others, I think you'll be looked after. I think the big man will look after you and make sure that you're taken care of. And you know, that was a great example to show me of that, you know, you get it in return. You know, don't worry about it. You'll get it in return.
Right.
And so that's kind of the life that I've tried to live, man. You know, of course, you know, we all make mistakes, but I've been truly blessed to have some people around me. You know, your mom when you're young, she get the arm jack. You know,
Yeah.
You know, I've had people around me to do that, and so it hasn't been a lot of, you know, false steps. And I think, like you said, man, I'm super driven. Like I don't really just say this to people, but man, I'm like super driven, and I really think about things because like there's no room for error. Like I feel that, like, you know, if I make a plan, I'm gonna plan it out, and then I'm all go with it, you know, because like I can't, you know, hey, you know, I've never been in that situation to be able to say, hey, you know, call, hey, although I know people will help me, you know, but like I look at it like, hey, I got people depending on me.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't act up in high school and act up in my classes because my mama is expecting me to make good grades, you know, and I got to help that lady out. You know, I don't want to add no more stress to her, you know. And so, you know, same thing in college, you know, I got to get my books, man. I got to get this degree so I can get this job, you know. Like, there is no mistakes, you know. Y'all can go party and do all of that stuff, you know. But I got to study, man, and be focused. And so I think I've truly been blessed with being able to be focused and opportunity to learn. But it hasn't been a lot of mistakes, you know. And I don't like
Not many can say that.
Yeah, like when you were saying that, I'm trying to think of, you know, of course we've all done things that, you know, that. Right. But in the big picture scheme of things, man,
giant impactful things though.
Yeah, it hadn't been. I don't know, because I think it just goes back to, like I said, the hurt and the pain, some of the things that I've been through, and those are things that I really, because I'm not a big talker either. You know what I'm saying? I just do your thing, man. Nobody want to hear about the labor pains. They just want to see the baby.
Right.
You know, and so, you know, you just do your thing, make it work, and keep it pushing, you know?
Well, I do know this behind, you know, and I'm up in age a little bit, you know, and I know that there's a lot of good men out there that I learn from and I listen to, and I do know this: behind every good man is a good woman.
Yeah.
Be it, you know, his mother he was raised or his wife.
Yeah.
Love for you to tell me a little bit, you know, about some success with your family.
Okay.
You know,
Well, my family,
Cause Heather's amazing. I'm gonna put it out there. She's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I know she'll jack you up. She'll jack you, and then, you know, she'll love you up too. So.
No, like I said, I was raised, you know, single parent mom, and I don't want it to be misconstrued. You know, my father was in my life. You know, we just lived in different towns. You know, he just wasn't there with us, you know, every day. But I'm thankful that, and this is big to me, that I'm truly appreciative of this about my mother. A lot of times when people have difficulties, adults have difficulties in a relationship and you separate, you know, they let their difficulties get between them raising their children. And my mother I don't know how and I don't know why, but I'm thankful that, she was big enough to not let their differences get between them raising, my sister and I. So, my father was, he wasn't my great guy, good guy, hardworking dude, but we just lived in separate towns. I don't want to get it misconstrued that, my dad, because he was a great man. But on a day-to-day basis, my mom, was in the house, and I saw me being able to see, those things. I was the guy in the house. It was my mom and then my younger sister. My sister is 4 years younger than me, and so, just the things of how ladies, like to be treated, and just the things that make them happy. I was able to see that firsthand. And so, fast forward, I was blessed to have a great wife, and so, we went to high school together, and, we didn't date in high school or anything, but, after high school or whatever, we connected and got married, and, she's made some big sacrifices for me, especially, with the job that we have. Amen.
Hey,
amen, brother.
About to start here in a couple weeks. Hey, kiss them, and see you in 3 months.
Yeah, so y'all going to November. But just the sacrifices, and when you are in a family or a team, you have to make sacrifices for those people. You know what I'm saying? And so, I've seen that from a young age up until current. People have made sacrifices for me, and that's why I go back and say, hey, I got people depending on me.
Damn.
And so I got to get it, man. And so it's been good. I'm truly blessed to have had some amazing women in my life. My mom, my grandmothers, my great grandmother. All these great ladies that have really made impacts in a whole lot of people's lives. Another story I'll tell too, kind of why I got into teaching. I teach and coach, but I remember being at this church function with my mother in Austin, and I was I was probably 5 or 6. I was real young, but this lady ran up to my mom, and I'm standing there, I'm looking, I don't know this lady, and she hugs my mom, right? She's smiling. It's so good to see you, and she starts talking to her. She said, I love your grandmother. And she, my mom's like, oh, thank you, no, you don't understand. Like I truly love your grandmother. Like she really made a difference in my life. She's one of my teachers, and she went to tell the story how when she was young, they didn't have anything, hardly, they couldn't really afford even basic hygiene stuff, so she was embarrassed to come to school because, she didn't, she couldn't, bathe, and didn't have the clothes, whatever, she didn't have the basic necessities that you have to have. They couldn't afford to have that, and so she was missing school. My great grandmother, which is my mom's grandmother, she asked her, hey, why are you missing school? Is everything okay? And she had genuine concern for that lady. And she said that, my great grandmother bought her some personal hygiene stuff and bought her a coat so that she could wear, so that she could come to school. And just seeing the effect that had on that lady, of somebody, taking interest in her, and the appreciation that she had, how she loved my mom, and my mom really didn't even know who she was, hardly, but and so that showed me there, kind of why I'm in education, just to help make that difference, man. And so those, man, amazing ladies.
Give back, have a servant's heart, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might not get the physical concrete things back, but you get it back twofold.
You going
through here when you lay your head down at night.
That's it. That's
knowing
it.
that, hey man,
That's it.
made a
It's
big
good.
impact.
Yeah. I did a good deed, you know, and that doing those deeds, man, it's good stuff to be blessed to do that. So, you know, with your question, I know I told the story, but you know, yes, great ladies, great women, and I've been around and have made sacrifices for me, you know, from those ladies back in the day up until now, you know, with my wife.
I've always been told, you know, whether your family's platonic and it's regular and structured, or if it's a auntie or uncle, or a mother, or just a father, you know, we're all essentially, you know, products of our environment.
Yes.
You know, and you're a true testament of just being good and good. You know, I know I've met your mother on a couple occasions, and you know she's blown me away.
She's solid, man.
Here we are, old and still cheering for you. She's in your corner.
Oh man,
you're a direct result of that love and giving back. That's an awesome thing.
Yeah,
awesome. Some aha moments in your life. Some big eye opening. You know, when you conquered that obstacle, when you got over that, when you kept your nose down and grinded and worked through it and saw the light, you know, through your life, you know, think back a little, what are some big time accomplishments that you would maybe attribute to being successful? You know, I know you've covered a lot, but I know we could go on and on. I feel
first of all, I'm a pretty humble guy.
Oh,
stop it! Stop it! Cut it out!
Brag on yourself, man. Brag on yourself.
No, man. I'm pretty.
Do it.
I'm a pretty humble guy. You know, I can say that. Man, I've been truly blessed to just be around some good folks and you know. Man, it's been cool, some of the things that I've been able to do, blessed to do, that has been able to help others. You know, I think that, you know, if you work hard and prepare yourself, then you can be the best that you can be so that you can be great for others. You know, and so that's kind of my thing. You know, just like I said, you know, with my mom, you know, I didn't mess up, I didn't misbehave. You know, I'm thankful for my education. You know, I'm thankful that you know, I graduated high school. You know, some people it may not be, you know, big, but like, man, like we value education. It's important. I'm thankful for the opportunity to first of all have some decent athletic talent. You know, when I was young, it was average, I guess.
4 sports in high school.
You know,
I didn't know you did 4 sports.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But you know, and that, man, that I guess athletic ability gave me some opportunities, you know, to go to college and meet some you know, great people, higher educated folks. You know, and then, you know, get my bachelor's from there. You know, I was on a little bit longer of a plan, you know, but I got it. You know, that boy, you better finish up. You know, you got a little sister coming behind you.
Yeah.
You got to be done when she gets done. I didn't get that, but, you know, it overlapped a little bit, but I finished it and I got it, you know. Then, you know, putting it all together, you know, just like anything you prepare for, you know, when you got the recipe and you're putting it all together to make a great cake or whatever, you know, I thought that was the education part of it and the drive to get it finished. And then I got an opportunity to, you know, have my first job, like I said, in Conroe ISD at Peak Junior High. And so, man, for somebody to take a chance on little old me, you know, and, you know, they could have hired a lot of other people for the title, the job that I got, but I got that job because, and I'm gonna say it, this is my perspective on it. I don't know what the other guys, but I think I got that job because there's a whole lot of people more qualified than me. I'm right out of college, you know, but I think I got that job based off of my old elementary school principal. You know, he was my little league baseball coach. You know, he was like a second dad to me. You know, his son was my classmate growing up, Mr. McDaniel, and I got to make sure I say his name. because he was one of those guys that I looked up to, that I wanted to be like him. The way he dressed, he wore the old school polo cologne, I observed those things, the green bottle with all of that, the penny loafers, all of that stuff. I observed all of that. And so, but, the guy that was the principal that did the hiring, he had done some work under him, done some hours under him through Texas A&M. He told him, hey, you want to give this guy opportunity because he's a pretty good guy, and so, based off of the things I had done in the past, that got me that job. Not my qualifications, and I don't have a problem saying that, because especially at that time, right. I wasn't. It was my first job.
Sure, sir.
Yeah,
you want me?
Me? I thought think, yeah, we're gonna hire you. I couldn't do it because I was on the phone, but oh me? Okay, all right, cool. But that job and my job that I've had, I'm just thankful. So you ask aha moments. All of those moments of achieving those things, aha moments for me, Then after we left there, got the opportunity to open up a junior high, help open up a junior high, in our neighborhood in Conroe, that was the old black high school there. So a lot of rich tradition and things that went into that community, and so that was a great experience, to be able to help and give my services to those kids and that community, and it was awesome. It was great for me. And then like I say, Oak Ridge, and then Conroe High School. That place was good to me. And I smile when I say that, because first of all, those people gave me opportunities. They gave me opportunities to do things there that, normal people don't get opportunities to do.
Right.
And so I'm truly from the bottom of my heart thankful for that. I was able to get Teacher of the Year on that campus twice, and that's one thing that I will say that I'm truly proud of that. And I will also say I wasn't the best teacher on that campus. I don't have a problem saying that.
There's a lot of good. Man.
Oh my gosh, man!
A lot of good.
I would just love to go sit in some of those people's classes just to learn myself, and I had a college degree, 2 at the time, and so just to have that, just people think highly of you, and that your service that you give is recognized, and so that was a big thing for me. And then getting the opportunity to again go back to my hometown, tough situation. Thankful for the opportunity, thankful for the growth, thankful to be able to be around kids like me from where I'm from. That's that I can say, hey man, this is this. When I was your age, I didn't get the opportunity to do that, but I did. And so I'm gonna show it to you. Because you need that opportunity, because you about to go do great things.
Right.
Those kind of things. And so, that makes me think too, backtracking a little bit, we did the Hearn Connection football camp. Did that for 10 years in my hometown. And that's one thing I'll say I'm truly proud of, because, I learned those skills here. I'm doing it over here.
Right.
Why not do that in my hometown? Growing up, we couldn't afford to go to no A&M camps and pay for that UT camp. We couldn't afford to do nothing like that, man. And so, just gave us an opportunity to bring people, those coaches, to the kids.
Right.
And so, you came and have just quality people. I'm so thankful that a whole lot of people believed in me on that, man. There was a big vision for me to help and inspire those kids and let them be around great people, and to have people believe in me to come to my hometown.
This is where it started right here.
Oh man,
this is where it started. This is where you from, Chip?
Yeah, man. This the field right here. You know what I'm saying? This the field that made everything. This is it right here. And y'all came to see that, and so. just to have people come and believe in me to do those things, that's a good thing, because to me that's what it's all about. You know, when people recognize that you're trying to do things the right way, you're trying to do good things for other folks, and you just come and help out, and you ain't got to do that. You know, like y'all ain't got to.
No.
You know, y'all don't have to. You know, drive 2 hours to come.
No, it's one of those things that you know you might not get a concrete payment coming back, but you know the memories that I have from that, working with some of the kids, and being able to bring some of our kids and meeting some of the coaches and the families, people that know you. You know, I felt right at home. You know, it's the essence of football. You know, it's the essence of giving back. It's the essence of small school feel.
Yeah.
And then, man, I'm not gonna say too much, but you know, shout out to the barbecue joint. Shout out to her in Texas, baby. Oh my goodness, you know, you had to do that, man, and it all came back. So that was a very good aha moment for myself. You know, so I guess and kind of. You know, I feel like I could continue talking all day and shut the cameras off with you and keep talking. You know, with where we are in today's society, with everything that goes on, the good, the bad, all around the political realm, the social realm where we're at. You know, put yourself on the classroom. Put yourself in church. Put yourself at a family function. Put yourself on the football field. You know, put yourself in one of those areas, and if what all you've learned from thus far in your success chronicles and what's on your mind, and you have to give somebody a quick little definition of what success is in your mind. 'Cause I know you've asked everybody. I've heard a lot. You know,
I think success is.
What's your definition of success? Excuse me.
Hey, do it again,
What's your definition of success?
Boy,
we've heard it.
Yeah, I think my definition of success, I think it's having a vision to make a plan. I think, you know, once you also have that vision, take the steps. You got to take action on it, you know, and then achieving something. So I think, you know, having a vision, making a plan, taking the steps, and achieving, you know, is my definition of success. Okay, great.
Y'all heard it. We got hats, t-shirts coming. Y'all heard it from the Chip Baker. The Chip Baker. I appreciate you letting me, you know, for the audience out there, just kind of pick your brain a little bit. I really do, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for doing it, man. You know, just like I said when we started, you know, normally it's flip roles. You know, I'm just the question asker and the guy that's learning, you know, and listening. You know,
you got a little heartbeat.
Yeah.
Sweat coming.
Sweat beads. But yeah, it was good for me to do it myself, you know, and answer the questions. And, you know, I've processed, you know, some of those things. You know, after you talk to people, you know, you have self-reflection, you know. But it's been good. And I think that's big, too, with success. I think you have to be able to look at yourself and be realistic with yourself, you know, and the ability to know that, you know, I ain't perfect, and, you know, but I'm sure trying to get there. You know, I want to go get it. I want to get to as close to perfect as I can get, you know, and I'm not letting anything distract me or deter me, but I'm trying to get it, you know, and so that's what it is. So thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Go get it.